Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Happy Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday, and we are here to share like the best kept secret. But first,
Mercedes is a little bit shook up because we just found a dead chicken outside.
well, we didn't find it. One of the squad members
One of our
found
members
it.
found it. Yep, come up to the house and let us know.
Yeah.
So we lost the chicken today. Sorry, baby.
I know. I'm kind of bummed. Luckily, I hadn't emotionally attached too much, and this chicken was in quarantine because it had just been what's it called? What's it called that it had just been? Oh, from an auction. So when you get new chickens, you have to quarantine them in case they have anything. They don't get anyone else sick. And now you know why. Yeah.
But we're grateful that Chuck found it for us, and he went over and told Nan, and
Yeah.
and then I walked outside to say hello to him. He just pulled in last night.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, guys, we woke up this morning. It was nice and crisp, and fall is in the air here.
It's crazy.
It's just absolutely gorgeous here in Thunder Canyon, thundercanyoncampground.com. We're hoping as many of you as can come visit us this fall can do that. We're also going to be announcing some special winter rates so that some of you can come down and spend the winter with us.
Yeah.
We'd love to do that. Guys, we're building something really special here. Really
This is
special.
insane. No, I mean, I knew you were onto something when you had this crazy idea of this RV park. Well, campground community. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's so special. And people, once they get here, they're like, oh, now I get it.
Yeah. I mean, you just got to come. This whole thing has been God inspired from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And it's growing at the perfect rate right now. Guys, we believe that we're the first campground to be a membership run campground.
Yeah. This is
we don't have any employees.
Member run, member operated, member like, and the membership is really nice because there's a certain pride. People that are here really want to be here.
And they want to help it grow. They want to improve it.
Yeah.
And so everything we do here is kind of a group effort. We meet every morning at 9:00, and that's getting better and better.
Except Sunday mornings.
Except Sunday mornings, yeah. That's when people are typically in church.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, not just that, but
hey,
or
there's
we're
Beth
doing
Mickles.
video. Yeah, we got. So, guys, sorry that everything's shaking, but the dog like really wants to be pet right now. He decided.
Skippy, go.
He
go,
decided
Skippy, go.
that since John and I are sitting in one place and sitting still, he's like, "Oh, they should pet me right this second." But
Yeah. Go ahead.
well, the mornings, it's so funny because the whole reason we started meeting in the morning was really because people would all come up to John and say, what should I do? How can I help? And he'd have to tell like everyone the same thing. And it was like a micromanaging disaster.
And I don't have that kind of brain power anymore.
So then it was like, okay, well, you do need to tell people, like guide them, right? Well, let's have a meeting where once a day we're like, okay, this is the plan. This is the plan. This is the plan. So it was really more of like a business kind of punch list thing. But then we started having people that were coming in that like, maybe had just gotten a knee replaced or whatnot. And they're like, I can't do backbreaking labor. And they were feeling guilty. And so we turned it into something social where we started doing coffee and like breakfast and stuff like that. And then it turned into something fun that doesn't end until like 11 o'clock.
All crazy. The girls here at Thunder Canyon are in that fall spirit. So everybody's just bringing something back to decorate our fellowship hall. That's what we call it.
It's like all of our ovaries triggered at once. And all the women were like, let's decorate for fall. And everyone's brought something different to decorate with. And it looks amazing.
It's absolutely incredible, you guys. So we are a member-run, member-owned campground. And we would love to have as many of you as possible join us.
Yeah.
You've got to come and feel what's going on here. Every day we have people leaving us notes in the door about how grateful they are for this place.
This is crazy.
Everybody knows something special is going on here.
Well, the other thing that's happening is that this is like the only campground that you go to that you actually get to meet the people around you. And because it's a membership, I think it's making it such that people that are here really want to be here. They're kind of in line with what we're trying to do here. And so you feel more comfortable around your neighbors. And then you get to know who your neighbors are. So you know who's in that RV, who's in that RV. But you're not but we have our alone time too, because I think our viewers kind of like their alone time.
They do. They do.
But if you're social for like a little bit, that's just right.
Yep. And so we're just so grateful for everything that is happening here.
Yeah.
Again, we want as many of you to come out and visit us as soon as possible. The fall, everything is turning colors right now.
But can we caveat what you just said?
Sure.
I'm sorry.
That's
I know.
okay. Go ahead, babe.
So John says, come out and visit us. That does not mean come out at any given time of the day and get a tour, and John and I will stop anything we're doing and like, come on in.
It's a membership-based campground. You have to have a reservation to come in the gate. We have a security gate up here. You won't be able to get through the gate if you don't have a reservation. So I'm glad that you pointed that out.
Because some people are saying, well, John told me to come whenever I wanted. And then he's getting in trouble because it's like, John, why are you telling people to come whenever they want? And it really means like set up an appointment or be a member and have a reservation.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to join, and you can go to the link below, rvoddsquad.com/join. It's in the description below, and join us. It's $99 a year.
97.
$97 a year. and we do all kinds of special things with our members.
Yeah. And so a lot of people are asking about updates on the farm.
Oh, on the farm.
Oh,
so we sold 4 calves on Saturday, yesterday. Jimmy, my neighbor, who I bought 16 cows, and 4 of the calves. I guess at around 9-10 months, you've got to get those away from the mama because they don't want inbreeding. So I'm learning a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I spent 2 or 3 days with just learning from Jimmy how to do this. And getting cows to move is not easy, man. And I had an experience last week that was just crazy. I got this sweet feed, and it's like cow crack. They go crazy for it. And I was by myself, and Jimmy told me to try to start luring them down to where they'll get them into the truck. We had to get the 4 calves out of there. And so I started going, shoo, whatever the word is that Jimmy's been teaching me, and they started coming running at me, and I'm going backwards on the UTV, backing up, and then they were catching up to me, and then I'd have to go really fast and then stop and then shake the bag again and call them. But I was actually successful at it. So I was winded. I was sweating. It was one of the scariest things I've ever done because they were all around me.
Yeah.
They were all around me. Then they figured out that
the sweet feed, and
the
they
sweet
knew
feed
it
was in that rig. Yeah. So they wanted it. They wanted it bad. But right now at Thunder Canyon, we are just
we're having a blast.
We're having a blast. We really feel like, hey, look, guys, let's be honest. The last couple of years have been insane, and people are craving community.
Yeah.
We love God. We love family. We love country. And so, as much as I don't like YouTube for their censorship, I'm grateful for their algorithm because we're so honest about what we believe in.
They put us in front of people.
They put us in front of people that have those same types of beliefs. So you'll get here to Thunder Canyon, and you're among a community that is like-minded. And I think that's exactly what the world needs right now. I also have a lot of hope that we've turned a corner in this country, and that people are finally starting to stand up and say, this is not right. There's too many crazy things going on. Mercedes,
I'm like, okay,
she's
now
rubbing my leg.
Yeah, saying, sweetheart of my love, I want to be happy this morning.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
See, this is more of the good stuff.
Yeah, you want to come in, Sage?
Sage really likes the podcast stuff.
Can you say hi in there?
Hi.
Very good.
She's having a blast too. It's so funny because a lot of people are really...
What a place to grow up, you guys.
Yeah.
What a place to grow up, Thunder Canyon. It's just gorgeous. We're also out on the land. I've got a surveyor coming in today. We're starting to move, look at parts of the land that we're going to homestead.
Yeah,
as you guys know,
like, we
own an RV park now, member-owned RV park, but we're also going to homestead this place because right now I don't feel comfortable out full-time RVing around the country with the way things are right now. So
and the homesteading is actually part of the Thunder Canyon experience. We're in a small town.
Yes, and the podcast stuff. We'll make some music into the music.
We will.
Yes. There's buttons on the podcast that make different noises. But no, the homesteading is kind of part of the environment because you're in a really small community, and the agriculture here is very interesting. We take for granted, I want to eat chicken that says organic, but I have no idea what it really takes to eat, chicken. And now I'm to the point where I'm ready to like eat one of my own chickens.
The best way to explain Ida, Alabama is like going back 60 or 70 years. It's
Yes.
old school.
Yep.
People have the values that this country was built on. I think there's 700 people in the population of Ida, and there's like 18 churches. No, everywhere. There's 12 Baptist churches down here.
And I make it a Hey Gabby shield. You can make one below. You subscribe now to make one of these.
Okay, guys.
You heard her. If you haven't
gotta
subscribed
subscribe.
to our channel, please subscribe to the channel. Show your support. Give this video a thumbs up if you love Seiji.
Yeah, don't do it for us, do it for her.
Make your own and toot it in a Hey Gabby shield.
There you go.
Yes.
You can't make this stuff up. Well, so a couple of things that have been happening here too is that a lot of our people have really awesome skill set. And so we're getting to the point where the day-to-day operations, you stay at a KOA and they might have like something going on one day a week or something like that. But this is like, we try to a couple times a week get together, and whether it's supporting a local restaurant and we all like caravan together, or whether it's
Howard's,
here.
Bama Boys, the local butcher.
Crows.
The Crows Butcher. Best sausage you guys have ever had in your life.
Yeah. Or if we have a meal here, we'll get our meat from the local butcher.
Yes. Exactly. All the meat around here is from locals.
Part is these school stickers that you can learn to do school, to put them in your paper book.
That's right. Yep.
And which paper have you learned?
Yep. She's been doing a lot of school
Sage
lately.
is doing a lot of school. I'm the teacher.
Yeah, they're both in the first grade. John's like,
and I'm the daughter.
John. Yeah, I'm the daughter. John's learning to count to 10, just like to count to 100. No, I'm kidding, but it is kind of funny though.
We use the Abeka program, and we absolutely love it.
Yep.
Abeka homeschooling, and it's crazy. I don't know if you've seen the numbers, but more and more children are going into homeschooling now. A lot of parents are pulling their kids out of the public school because it's just so insane.
Well,
it's just so insane, and they're trying to push their values on our kids.
And not just that, but we get to enjoy our kids.
Yes.
That's another big thing too. Never mind the whole, what I'm trying to avoid.
Hey, Mark Irvin, I love you, brother. I miss you, man.
Never mind all of that stuff. But also, what a blessing to be able to really enjoy kids, because the way it is right now, someone else is going to be like raising your kids for 8 hours a day.
It's crazy.
And then you only get them in the morning to get them ready, and at night to feed them dinner. Like that's, and so, we're not all situated in a place where we can homeschool, but if we can, it's definitely worthwhile to try.
Absolutely. And we want to teach our daughter about the history of this country and teach her our beliefs in God. We just love it. We feel so blessed beyond belief. Hold on. Sage, you got me thing hung up.
Hold on. What are you doing, kiddo? What are you doing?
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you too, Daddy.
Oh.
I love you too.
And I love Mommy too. I need to know, and please subscribe if you love me. Subscribe if I'm in Mama's belly and I was a baby.
Yes. Subscribe if you love Sage, and she was in Mama's belly when she was a baby.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I'll tell you what, those of you who do full-time RV, come spend the winter with us here at Thunder Canyon. It's going to be a blast. Guys, we get winter here. We get very little snow. It can get pretty cold here.
Yeah.
But
you don't get the deep freezes.
You don't get the deep freezes. We've got 250 acres of land now.
And please subscribe if you not get the sugar-free. Sugar-free will be bad to your teeth.
That's right. Sugar bugs.
Like sugar bugs. That's right.
So yeah, she's such a distraction, but she's a really cute distraction. The winter, what's the frost line?
The frost line's only 3.5 inches down here.
Yeah, and they're all sugar-free into the family store.
That's right.
So she's so cute. So when it snows, typically like by the time it's noon, a lot of it melts unless it's in the shade.
Yeah. It's very light winter. I mean, we're in Alabama, but we are in the mountains of Alabama.
Yeah.
And really, guys, that's the best kept secret that we were talking about in this video. It is Thunder Canyon in the fall and the spring.
Well,
There's nothing better than this place. The trees are We're at an elevation of, I believe it's 1,470 feet where our house is. And so right now, all the trees are changing here in the mountains. And then when you drive off Sand Mountain, it's still green down there. Fall hasn't really started yet. So you drive up Sand Mountain and you can actually see fall happening right before your eyes. Just gorgeous.
You can't hear me.
Hey, can we get back to this now?
Yeah, we got to get back to work. Okay,
I gotta
kiddo?
get back to work, okay?
Okay.
All right,
I love you, kiddo. Oh, she was the best part. Bye. No, well, that's the thing too, is that the fall here lasts a very, very long time. We have hundreds and hundreds of leaves.
Yep.
Um,
And every tree you can imagine, every
do.
type of tree you can imagine here.
and the other piece too, is I'm noticing, because, we're still learning and we barely just opened kind of, right? So what we've learned is that really our sweet spots are fall and winter. I mean, not fall and winter, fall and spring. But, compared to some of these other winters that our poor folks in the north are getting, what's it called? The lake effects?
Yeah. It gets freezing cold up there, you guys. And typically in the wintertime, Florida is very difficult to RV in if you don't book a year out.
Yep.
And so Alabama is kind of a happy medium. You still are going to get, and you get Indian summer. I used to call them Indian summers up in New England, where you get that 60s and 70s in the middle of the winter. That happens a lot here. That happens a lot during the winter. So you'll get a cold spell and a cold break, but nothing that you can't RV through. We RV'd through it last year.
Yeah.
It
Well,
worked
remember in Colorado, they'd turn off the water.
Yes.
Well, we were RVing in the mountains of Colorado in the winter, and they would just shut off the water at certain points.
They'd have to. Yeah. We won't have to shut the water off, but you will typically maybe need to have a heating cord.
Yeah.
You'll be safe to where the spigot is, and then you're going to be responsible for doing it. But just come down, spend the winter with us, become a member of the RV Odd Squad.
Yeah.
And make a reservation here, guys. Our rates are as low as $650 a month plus your electricity.
Well, that's and remember the winter too. The winter rates are $750 a month, plus electric. The monthly rate is probably the best deal we got. The monthly rate is probably like the best thing. And but the other piece that I think is really awesome about this place is that you actually get 4 seasons. Like, I loved living in Florida, but I missed fall. I'd have to buy fall decorations to have that experience. You have to decorate for Christmas, but you got palm trees. It just didn't feel quite right. But I didn't want to experience the heaviness of winter, like driving in the snow constantly. I didn't want that every day.
Yep.
And this is the best kept secret because you still have that polite old school values where people like wave when they drive by.
They wave.
The grocery store, somebody sneezed, that you hear an echo of Gesundheit
50
and God bless
people
you.
saying God bless you.
Yeah, not too much Gesundheit, but a lot of God bless
God
you.
bless you.
and that sort of thing. And what's really special about this too is that because this is a member park, people actually have pride when they come back and they see like the work that they've done is still improved, is still there. If not, it's better. I think people are really having that sense of pride. And I think this is a really, really good place, especially if you're sick and tired of like the big city living. The slower pace is really, really nice.
It takes getting used to. It's so slow here. I'm actually starting to think in these states where they're overpopulated, it makes people sick. I think overpopulation is making people mentally ill.
It's just it feels like rats in a cage, you know what I mean? And not that sense of community. There's one thing to see other people, but when you have too much hustle and bustle, it's not a community. It's just competing with each other, So Scott, why is John wearing pajamas? He's not wearing pajamas. This is more of a golf shirt.
This is a golf shirt.
Yeah, but that is hilarious. Why is John wearing pajamas? Because he just got out of bed. He's very tired. No, I'm kidding. That's not true. The other piece I really like here is the spring. And I'm noticing that people are starting to pick up on that. Like the Easter season over here is just epic. And what's really nice about spring is that because you really have those set seasons, you really see things starting to grow. I don't know. I just didn't expect to feel so at ease here. It's been a big shift from the city I'm used to, but I really am craving that simplicity, that simpleness. You really figure out you don't need all the stuff that they tell you need, all the clutter, all the junk. And there's more of a pride in making something yourself.
Right.
For example,
And having that human connection with other
Yes.
like-minded people who believe like you do.
Yep.
There's just nothing like it.
Yeah. And instead of trying to like, if you want sourdough bread, buy it. Like, yeah, in the city, you can have crazy, really good, awesome bakeries. But I've been working on my own sourdough starter. I haven't baked one yet, but I've got this thing that's alive and it smells amazing.
And the other thing you get if you come to Thunder Canyon is you get Mercedes chicken eggs.
Well, when I have them.
We're getting more and more
Yeah.
and more eggs right now. And then hopefully by next year, we're hoping that Thunder Canyon will be a self-sustaining community where Nan started a garden this year. Now, when the chickens don't get into it,
We got to work on that.
it's better. We got to work on that. Chickens love tomatoes. We didn't know, and they wait till they're ripe before they get them.
And they constantly watch. They're very vigilant. You see the tomato start to turn, and before you can get to them, they're already getting to them.
They're ripping it apart.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just consider us blessed beyond belief. We feel like we're living a dream here.
It's crazy.
And we didn't have a plan. This is kind of
Obviously.
unfolded as we go. And we're just praying every day for guidance, direction, and the right people to show up at the right time.
Yeah.
And what God is building here is just incredible. We didn't do this. This is all the glory to God. And what's going on in this place is very special.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because you just kind of had me thinking about the way this is all unfolded. So when we entered the RV space, we were kind of the mistake channel, right? We did everything wrong. We had no clue what we were doing.
But we were honest about it.
And then people in the comments would say, no, do it this way.
Yeah, they taught us how to RV.
Well, I think now you guys are kind of teaching us how to homestead. You're teaching us how to rear chickens. You're teaching us how to deal with cows. Like you guys are, it's hilarious, but we're just, fumbling our way through it. And you guys are helping us little by little kind of figure out how to do things.
Yeah. And we think we got something special here. We have a huge 250 acre set for our YouTube channel where we can still do RV videos and RV tutorials and have people that want to come before they buy an RV and try it out for a week, with other people.
Yep.
It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. And I think that's the other thing too, is that a lot of this is something that, how do I say it? I don't think people realize that John and I are the only ones working on certain things. And so I think sometimes people don't realize kind of the heaviness of it all, thinking about, so for example, today at 3:00, we have, a
burrito cook-off.
Well, no, it's not a burrito cook-off. It's like a breakfast, kind of like a brunch thing. We're going to do, French toast and breakfast burritos. And so my mind's on that. And then I've seen a comment. Someone's like, I just joined last week and I don't have my membership card yet. And it's like, well, I have to make that membership card and I have to learn how to do it. So I'm sorry. I'm just like, it's kind of a triage. But what's been a real blessing is that the members have different skills and are like helping us slowly with things. So it's not all falling on our shoulders because it's been so overwhelming. And we've kind of struggled. We've had some people come in. It's kind of like a be careful what you pray for, because John says he prays that the right people come in our life at the right time. Well, sometimes they leave very abruptly. And so what's been finding the people that want to be a part of this, but I hate to say this, I'm just going to say it, that don't want to take advantage of it. Like some people just want a free place to stay.
Right.
A lot
of people want a free place to stay.
Some people want a free place to stay. And they think they can do like a little bit of work here and there, and that's part of being part of this community. And it's kind of like they say, like the ham and egg breakfast, the bacon and eggs breakfast. The chicken's a little interested, and the ham's committed. Well, we're figuring out who's really committed to this, who's really got a vested interest and wants to see this go really well, and who's just trying to look for a cheap place to stay and leech. And what I'm interested in is like how selfless people are. And then it's hard on the other end because I don't feel like I deserve the help. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so like, I want to cry, but it's like together we can get so much done. Yeah.
Well, I think it's fair to say Mercedes and I have never worked as hard as we've worked in the past year, to a point of just almost a breakdown.
Yep.
For me, that ended in both of us getting getting COVID and knocking us down for a month, going into my lungs. And that's what I needed to slow me down. And since then, we've been balancing it out. We don't push ourselves. We shut the thing off at 6 or 7 o'clock at night, have a family dinner, and focus on each other and not so much the YouTube channel and the farm and the RV park and all that stuff.
Yeah. And it's funny because I'm looking at these comments and people are like, start doing this, compost, this, that, you know.
Well, she's already started composting. We're going to
'Cause-
learn a little bit, and we're just going to do the same thing we did with the RV channel, which
Yeah.
is just share the homesteading experience. Again, we're living in an RV park where we have 52 full service sites. So what a great community we can build here in 250 acres with a security gate. And of course, you know, if things get really rough, we're all each other have.
Well,
We're all each other have here.
the other thing I think too is that, you know, fertilizer is going to be an issue coming up. It's not an issue right now that people see, but it's going to be an issue. But if you've never done compost or fertilizer, like I had it kind of in like not a good location, and people helped me move it. And I felt really guilty that people helped me move it because it smelled bad. I put stuff in it to help it not smell so horrible, but it was still a little rich. You know what I mean? So, and together we're figuring it out. But if I'm totally honest with myself, the stuff that feels the best for me is the stuff that is physical and outside. That's like my happy place right now. Being inside stuck in a computer is very difficult. And the labor intensiveness of keeping chickens, you know, going that's the fun stuff, you know? That's where I'm really, really happy.
Everybody, Angie Mack, I've started prepping. We've been prepping for a couple of years now, you guys. This is kind of how Thunder Canyon unfolded. We were out on the road full-time RVing, and we didn't have a place to go, a home base. So we started praying for discernment. And then things just happened so fast. And then we landed here in Alabama, in the mountains of Alabama. Northern Alabama is unbelievable. It's such a beautiful secret, especially this time of year.
Well, and what's really funny, I think now we got everyone hungry for breakfast because my mom, I have a killer French toast recipe that my mom passed down to me. And it's one of the few things that I actually paid attention when she was trying to teach me.
Mercedes can cook a mean French toast for sure.
And then the breakfast burritos, I have.
We just bought a 36-inch skillet. What's it called?
Blackstone.
We just got a Blackstone that we have out in the porch outside the fellowship hall. We fired that up and made burgers the other day. It's just everything around here is impromptu. We just get together, we talk, and
easy going,
just laid back and easy going, you know. And we pray a lot.
Yeah,
we pray a lot here.
But can I say, because I just don't want people to like make assumptions when you say God, pray. You know, it just people will assume that we're like generic Christians. Okay, we're not trying to like impose other people to believe a certain way. It's more that we want to be able to pray and not get like that. We want the freedom to kind of acknowledge that there is a God. And that's something we've been taking hits on this channel since we were 6 months in our pissed video. But I just don't want people to think that like you have to believe like we do, or like, because we're getting some people that until you experience it, you're not gonna know what it is. But we're not a hoity-toity. Okay, we say bad words every now and then. We are we're human. We're very human. We have faults, like glaring defects of character. And we're not trying to tell people what to do or how to live their life. Nope. We're about what we're for. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I just think people need to sometimes hear that because they think
that we're a cult.
I know they think we're trying to like
everybody is welcome here at Thunder Canyon. We're more about showing you how we live our lives instead of telling you how to live your life.
Exactly. And to be really frank, half the reason I like being a membership only campground is that if we're open to the public, then I can get sued because we have a statue of the 10 Commandments up, and I just don't have room for that in my life. So it's like I want to be membership only so that the people that are here know what they're getting into. And you know, that's kind of what I'm, you know, that protection of people that are here really want to be here. And I think sometimes people don't understand what we're looking at, you know? So it sounds like people understand that they're like, yeah, we say bad words too. Thank
we're
you.
All human, man. There's only one perfect person on this planet.
Yeah. I can't stand it when people act like they're not, like they are perfect, because it's like,
I love getting attacked by Christians. I think that is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Christian people attacking me.
Yeah. Which is so dumb because it's like,
there's only one judge and you ain't it. Yeah. Nor am I.
Well, and it's so dumb because it's like, it just makes no sense to me. It's like fighting with your friend when the enemy's out there just getting stronger because you're like, you know what I mean? It makes no sense. And we are all so flawed. We're better, hopefully, today than we were yesterday. That's all. That's my standard right there. Just be a little bit better today than yesterday.
And I'm a firm believer, guys, that this country is, since the whole world is in such trouble right now, we need God. God's the only one who can straighten this out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a big deal right there. So I'm trying to think what else. So we've got a couple things. The other thing I like about the being the private membership campground is I don't know. There's just a pride here, There's just a pride here. I people want to be here. They're happy to be here.
Renee Bose is here. Renee just visited us last week.
Yeah.
Yep. We had a blast.
Yep.
We got Beth Mickles here. She's here right now.
Yep.
She's awesome. She's bringing us back a log splitter, and she's bringing us a trailer so we can move the skid steer around. Again, it's just a beautiful time of year to be here, and you got to come check it out. You got to come check it out.
Oh, I see a really good question. Does membership lock in at a rate? I'd figure it might go up as you find more property.
It's probably going to go down.
Actually, last year, our advisory board renewal went down. Like we're not trying to, our goal is to grow numbers. Our goal is not to,
this isn't,
because
this is never about money. It was about having a vision and prayer and going for it and trusting that I was going the right way, that he wanted me to go. Yeah. That's what this is. And so, we had no idea how to price these when we first started, but now it's the numbers. There's power in numbers, guys. The more of us that are members of this, the more chance we have of making a really good difference in the world and bringing a positive thing. It's just so scary to me what's going on in the world right now and how they're telling our kids they're doomed and nihilism and all that craziness. It's just sad.
And it's really, you are what you consume, both like mentally and what you eat and that sort of thing. And it's so important to detox on the negativity of like breaking news. And it's like, it's already broken. Okay. The news is broke. It's all bad. Like, that's all you're going to tell me. You're not going to tell me anything positive. So it's like, I don't know. I want to know what's going on, but you can't I need to consume as much positive stuff as I do negative stuff. Otherwise, what's the point? I saw a really funny comment that I had to show. I said a bad word twice. You liar, liar, pants on fire. That's all right,
King
though.
of the dots. That's funny.
That made me laugh. Yeah, because we're all flawed, and we're all just trying the best that we can. But we're getting better and better, slowly but surely. Somebody also asked about the monthly $750 plus electric.
Yeah, and we actually are working. If you guys, we're working on maybe something else for like a 3-month deal.
Yeah, like a seasonal rate.
Right, a seasonal rate or a quarterly rate. So we're looking at 3 months, and I believe that's going to go as low as $650 if you come and stay with us for. Again, it's not about the money; it's just about being part of this movement. To make a beautiful Christian-based campground based on Judeo-Christian values and Boy Scout principles.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's more like the old school principles.
Old school principles, correct.
Yep. And a lot of people are really excited, saying Sage is so lucky to grow in this environment.
She really is,
running outside. She plays with the chickens. It's so funny.
She loves it here.
Yep.
She laughs all day long. She plays all day long outside,
Yep.
And she's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of grandparents who watch out for her.
I know. They all have their parents.
She's so spoiled right now. They always bring her a bear or something really special.
He said a bear. His New England accent, it sounded like beer, but what he said was a teddy bear.
A teddy bear. Yeah.
But say it again. Bear. Yeah. See. Okay. He means like a stuffed animal. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're getting a lot of questions about do you have monthly rates for disability? At this point, we're not
very disability friendly yet, you guys.
We're still working on paths and stuff like that, and because this place is so old, grandfathered in, and the way it was made was way before there was ADA considerations.
It's just like going to an old Boy Scout camp, you guys.
Yep.
It's rustic. It's raw. The lower campground, the premium portion of the campground, I think it is one of the best in the country.
Yeah.
But it's rustic. It's rustic. You don't have concrete pads. You don't have asphalt.
Yep.
And then we add 31 more sites to the upper section. Those are a little bit closer together.
Yeah.
But again, it's to have bigger events. That's what we were thinking with that part of it. We wanted to have bigger events. When we did our 4th of July grand opening, we sold this place out and it was amazing. We're working on that video. So be patient, guys. We will have that video soon.
But what we learned from it was like, it was too much. Having like every single site filled is not fun. We like this. No,
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It wasn't fun. We didn't get to hang out with people. So we like this more laid back, slower pace where we get to hang out with people. And every day it's like, what are we going to do together?
Right.
You know,
and we believe that this thing is going to grow as fast as God wants it to grow. We trust that we're exactly where we're supposed to be.
Yep.
And we're definitely in good hands.
Yeah. And then question, do you have a site map of Thunder Canyon online? Yep. ThunderCanyonCampground.com. I notice a lot of the questions we get are already there on ThunderCanyonCampground.com. The rates, the map, it's all up there. But I think we're going to do a frequently asked page to answer.
Or do a video on Thunder Canyon to get those questions that get asked a lot.
Yep. And do the premium sites have 30 amp? Yeah, they have 50-30. And what's the plug called? 110? The sites, they have 50-30, and it's all on the same thing. So
right, every pedestal has 50-30 and 20 amp site. 20 amp.
I want to move up there and work for you guys. That is so cool.
Come on up, Ken.
Yeah. Well, no, okay. He doesn't mean just show up randomly.
Yes, honey. I think Ken knows that.
I know,
Ken
but some
comments
people
every week. He watches our videos a lot. Jill Gott, she watches our videos a lot. Brenda Martin. These are all people that we see in the comments.
And then this is over here. People say, "Our gays and trans welcome."
Everybody's welcome.
How is it that it got okay? How did this man that
who is intolerant here?
I know
who is intolerant.
It's like okay, so if I'm trying to be an example, how is it conceived that the best way I could be an example is to be really mean? I mean, what
to anybody?
It's like, it makes me so mad because how does something that's supposed to be about love and tolerance and, we're all flawed. We're just trying to do the best that we can. How did that turn into like, let's hate these people?
You're welcome. Just don't come in here with a bullhorn and scream at me that I can't pray.
Yeah, exactly.
Or assume that I don't like gay or trans people.
I know. I'm not. We
try to love everybody best we can. We're more interested in manners and being kind.
Yeah.
That's all.
And I'm sorry, but it's just like, I can't even. That question really
skip it.
Yeah. All right. It looks like a lot of people can relate.
Yeah. It begs the question, who's intolerant?
Yeah.
I think it's obvious who's intolerant.
Yeah.
I think a lot of I'm just going to leave it right there.
Waiting for John to run for office. He can't run for office. Are you kidding?
I don't get the brain power, man.
No.
And I tell the truth too much.
Yeah. No, he is too rough around the edges. He will give him too many sound bites unintentionally. People will ask him a question and he'll say, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And then they'll like replay that again and again and again. So he
By
can't.
the way, anybody that comes into the campground, you don't have to announce who you are or what this or you're that or this.
Yeah.
Just come and be kind, be nice, hang out with people, sit around a fire, break bread. That's all. That's all it is. You have to come in with, I'm part of this and I'm part of that. And we're all part of God's family. All of us.
Exactly. You know what? And life is too short to be fighting with one another. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but life is just way too short.
And it's easy to let God judge. Because we don't know everything.
Yep.
God does.
Yep. So let's see. A lot of people are hopping in. Could you imagine if you ran for office? You should run for office. What office should you run for?
The biggest problem with politicians now is they're all psychopaths. All of them, both sides.
Well, you have to be to turn off your...
There's maybe 7 or 8 in Congress that I really think, they have that passion and belief in the country. The rest of them are rats. Mitch McConnell, he's a rat. Lindsey Graham, he's a rat. These guys are, it's not the Democrats or the Republicans, okay?
They're all bad.
They're all bad.
It's all bad,
They're all
Everyone's
responsible
bad.
for who we are. All of them.
Okay.
And we need new leadership bad.
he's so funny because he gets so mad when he shook his arm there, like the whole table started shaking. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Elect John for 2024. Yeah.
Beto is awesome. Yeah. Beto is awesome. Yeah. There's a guy that never had a job in his life, right? These politicians that go to school to learn how to be a politician.
Yeah.
They don't have a job. They have no business acumen acumen.
Yeah.
And they're just there for themselves. Selfish, self-centered psychopaths.
So on that note, you should come to Thunder Canyon and camp with us because you get to hear more of this. Why aren't you all stopping what you're doing right now and flooding here to camp with him?
Actually, you'll see Mercedes more than you'll see me. I'm always busy doing something here, but you'll see Mercedes more than you see me. And it's funny because Mercedes and I are designing our set for our podcast.
We still
and we've got all these flags, and my stuff is America and we the people and the Constitution, and Mercedes is all, I think, chickens.
And then chickens and then chickens. There's a rooster. And then there's a rooster. So I'm a little nervous though, because I think I got to go to the store. I need to get some another best kept secret. I need to get some tater tots for the breakfast burritos, because since tater tots have that really crispy shell, they can go in the burrito and they don't lose their crispness. So what are you doing? I
want to show Kathy sup. This shows how long Kathy's been watching us. That was one of our first videos. That was one of the very first videos we did in the first 3 months. So Kathy, thank you so much for your support over the years. It's been what an adventure it's been. And these are the type of people we attract.
And then this is funny. Other Kathy. Kathy makes sure you're busy. Or no, Mercedes makes sure you're busy. Yeah. Well, I am not.
Keeps me busy.
I'm not his manager, but sometimes like a little nudge, like, "Hey, baby, like look at this, look at this." So yeah.
Okay, we're gonna read some of these comments here and see if there's anything good. Hey, this is Carlos. Hey, buddy. Hey, brother.
Yep. So while you're reading, I'm gonna be talking. How does that sound?
Well, it's hard to read when you're moving it on.
I'm not trying to move it on you. I think people are just putting in a lot of comments fast.
Yep.
And some of them are funny. Oh, I'm your handler. Yes. Chief Mercedes. Exactly. You want him to run for office? Who you think is really running the show here, people? who you think is really running the show here?
Certainly isn't me, you guys.
Just saying. And thank God for that. No, I'm kidding. John is so talented when it comes to, I don't think he gives himself enough credit, especially his construction prowess, because he won't brag about it. But
I'm a carpenter. I'm a carpenter, and I love carpentry. I love working outside, and I also like working by myself.
Yeah, he is a little bit of you're really good in social situations, but your happy place is kind of by yourself a little bit.
It is.
I think that is kind of funny. But you say you're a carpenter, like all you do is like just a little bit of carpentry here and there. It's like, no,
we must pray for our leaders every day. I pray for guidance and direction for them. I really do. Again, the only one who can fix this is God. It's so far, everything's a lie. Everything you see is a lie. You just don't know what's true anymore. And then for a year, I'm not going to.
Can you guys stop encouraging him to talk about no, it's just, I don't want to. It's so Sunday morning.
Sad. You just watch or hear anything and it's just lies.
I know.
They put this narrative picture up of what things are like. Guys, it's about to fall off a cliff. Watch. Yeah. So another month or two or sooner.
So in that note, let's what's the solution? You know what I mean? It's just, if all you do is bring up a problem and you don't have a solution, I have no interest in hearing what you have to say. And there's no honor in throwing like red meat to the wolves kind of thing. But like, if you can persuade someone or have a really interesting debate that makes someone think critically and consider a different opinion, now that's something I want to hear.
Maybe. But how do you talk to somebody that wants to teach your 5 and 6 year old kid that they can choose who they are? How do you have a conversation with somebody like that? I don't know how.
Well,
I don't know how you do that.
That's not the problem for me. The problem that I have with that... The sad
thing is they have all the bullhorns.
Well, right now you have all the bullhorn. The problem with that I find is that as the mom, I'm the one that should be helping my kid navigate their questions about life. Yes. And that's my responsibility to help guide them. And if you do have a child that leans a certain way or whatnot, Does that mean you don't love them? No, of course not. But the problem that I have is that the parents are the parents, not the schools. The schools don't run the kids, the parents.
That's not what the government wants.
It's the parents' job to train the kids, not the schools. And that's the problem that I have with it. But let's talk about what we want to talk about, because pretty soon I have to run and get tater tots. I have to get tater tots because I'm going to make some breakfast burritos, and I have some green salsa. I don't have the ultimate salsa for breakfast burritos is called Santiago's, and it's found in Colorado.
It's delicious.
The green chilies in Colorado are like really,
Amazing.
really good. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil Leo.
But
and this Cher. Love you, Cher.
John, you sound like my
No, it's just all these people. I get to know you guys. I'm the guy that typically does the comments.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time in the comments.
I spend a lot of time trying to figure out what it is, what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. And I've learned so much. Even more importantly, we shoot video, and then I critically look at it after we launch the video, and I see defects in myself that I don't like. And so it's helped me become a better person, actually. You know, I'll sit there and absolutely certain that I'm right and arguing with Mercedes, and then I'll watch that video a week later and go, God, how can you be so dumb? You know, how can you be like that? And so it makes me want to be a better husband and a better dad, better friend.
And on that note, Robert says, I'm glad I ate breakfast before watching you guys, because we are definitely talking about a lot of food items. It's just, I'm hungry. We didn't do our 9 o'clock, prayer and punch list this morning because we're going live at 9 o'clock. And so we definitely, we definitely need to eat.
If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. If it's red, you're not subscribed. YouTube seems to unsubscribe people. Don't know why, but and then give this video a thumbs up. Kind of override the algorithms. If you do a comment and you give it a thumbs up and you comment and you watch as much of it as you can, you're really supporting our message to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And even like just sharing videos and that sort of stuff helps us a lot. But our goal is that people can come to Thunder Canyon and just experience it. Mm-hmm. And if you look at it, this has been, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This has been a challenging year. I mean, I physically look at my face and I see more lines than I had a year ago.
We're preparing for the worst and we're praying for the best. That's what we're doing.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
I know you're saying it's a very, very rough year, but it's because not only have this been a huge project and too much to take on, but just the world in general is pretty scary.
But this year individually, I'm talking, so this is like my experience here. This has been a very hard year for me. I have never encountered so much, like there's so much the stakes are so high, and things are so serious to a level that they haven't been before.
Well, and we feel a personal responsibility. We just, we bought this park with other RV Odd Squad members. Mm-hmm. It's RV Odd Squad run. And we feel a responsibility to them over everybody right now. Our founders, the people that support us at that level, they're the ones who kind of are paying for the ride to get our message out to everybody and to build this. And they bought into it, and they're invested in it, and they're a huge part of the direction of Thunder Canyon. But to become a member, it's $97. Mm-hmm. Simple as that, a year. And there's a lot of extra stuff we throw in there for the $97.
Yeah, but I'm trying to talk about like my experience here this last year. You keep interrupting me, baby. I'm sorry, but it's kind of.
I'm going to let Mercedes talk because when she talks, the numbers go up. So
yeah, this has been the hardest year of. Well, you're filling in blanks that aren't exactly what I'm trying to say here.
I'm sorry.
So. And I've seen a lot of comments. I think this has been a hard year for everyone. And then, so what's our solution to be and how do we navigate it? Because let's be frank here, people in the 20s experience just as much difficulty, if not more, probably a lot more, the hunger and so forth.
Thank you, Renee, for the support, honey.
Yeah. Thank you.
She's great. And her son, great kid.
Yeah. So what's the solution here and what do we do with it? But yeah, it does feel like it's all on our shoulders. And I think the solution is I need to get really clear on asking for help. I've got a couple people out there that could help us like do some stuff like really effectively and really help us grow this the right way.
Yep.
You know,
Hey,
and
Donnie. Good morning, Donnie.
he always has something positive to say.
Well, I just see people. William Hearn. Hey, buddy.
Well, I think that I think the thing I like about Donnie is that he's in the solution. You know, like he doesn't spread negativity; he spreads positivity, and that's something that I think is really hard to do. But you know, when you see his posts in our private community, he's talking about happy things. Like I look forward to seeing his posts. I don't look forward to hearing the breaking news. You know, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
And most people, most of the RV Out Squad members pray for us, which is we believe that's one of the reasons Sage was healed.
Yeah.
And why we've had so much success. It's all the prayers. It's all the prayers.
Yeah.
We don't really have control of this. God's got control of it.
It's funny. Do we have a recipe sharing page? Actually, that's something we're working on behind the scenes. Our founders, we have like private meetings with our founders and advisory board, and they
who's the
really
lady
want
that wrote
a
the book?
cookbook. Oh, Carol Van Dree.
Carol Van Dree.
Homefront cooking.
Homefront Cooking. Check that out by Carol Van Dree. It's a bunch of military wives who come up with all these recipes, and it's amazing. So check that out. She's a really, really nice lady too.
Yeah, and all the proceeds go to nonprofits that help veterans, which is really, really cool.
Hey, Jill Gott.
That is so cool. So yeah, it's like, what's the solution? And just taking it bit by bit, piece by piece. How do you eat an elephant? You know, one bite at a time. Why would you want to eat an elephant? I can't answer that question, but that's just the way the saying is. And I come here to look for because if you take away my hope, I'm in trouble.
I don't know how far away Pigeon Forge is, Dave. Does anybody know how far Ida, Alabama is from Pigeon Forge? Did I cut you off?
Yeah, I was talking about something really
I'm
nice,
sorry.
and you were like, I don't know how far Pigeon Forge is from Alabama.
I'm sorry. Squirrel. I love seeing these people, Ken Mason.
That is so funny. So I just put in RV home. I agree with Mercedes. That's all that matters here is that someone agree with me. Oh gosh. You know, it looks like a lot of people really like the rusticness too. Knowing what we know now, more rustic sites for sure.
Yeah.
More rustic sites.
Yep.
But what I like about the upper sites that aren't rustic is that we have the space to put like people like a couple spaces away from one another. So you have that space.
We can fill the park up.
If we wanted to.
For events. Yes. Yes. But our model is to fill the lower section, to keep that pretty full as much as we can, and everything is going to work together. Hey, Ned, Stacy.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. Oh,
yeah, we loved having you guys.
Squirrel.
Squirrel, that's it. That's what it was. Squirrel. Because I can't do more than one thing at a time.
Yes. He struggles to do one thing at a time, people, let alone two. That's not true. Okay, so 175 to 173 miles from Pigeon Forge.
Thank you, RV Home. Thanks for doing that research. Look at that.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
God bless you too, Hackbell.
Yeah, our people are awesome. Our people are really awesome.
The best community you guys have ever seen, man. Join us. Become part of it. Even if you can't camp, become a member. We're working on so many big things that are going to benefit all of our members. Hey, this is Paul Black.
Yeah.
That's how you eat an elephant. You fire up the barbecue and bite a bunch of
That's funny. Yeah, they're guineas, not pygmies, but John calls them pygmies.
I call them pygmies, yeah.
So are you going to do concrete pads, i.e. super level lots? Maybe, but that's not high on our list.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, guys, remember, we've only been here for 15 months now, and it's amazing how fast we came, how fast we got here. This place was a mess when we got here.
It was just
took us about 1 year to get this park where we wanted it to be. And now we're just fine tuning it. We're working with the other owners. There's 26 total families in this thing. We're working on what we're going to do next. We're talking about a storm shelter here and other things that we, all kinds of different things, but it's not Mercedes and I who direct this. It's the whole, it's
the squad.
It's the squad.
That's why we have our founders and advisory board meetings. So
working
that we
on a prayer garden here.
Yep. Oh yeah. And the other piece too, we get asked about the handy capability. We're working on it. You can't take something the only way we can make this 100% compliant is to burn it all to the ground and start over from scratch. It's so old. It was just created at a time before people even considered ADA. So we're working on it, but we're just not there.
We're just not there yet.
Another good reason not to be open to the public, because we can't handle the public right now, you know? So I like the privacy.
Hey, Phil Leo.
Yeah. So Ken just wrote, so all you have to do, rvoddsquad.com/join, and you can see the founder, Nomad, Park Pass, whichever one's for you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people join at the Park Pass level and then they upgrade to founder later. So you don't have to feel pressure to
No.
you know.
One of the things we do for our founders, we do private special events. We also, when you come to Thunder Canyon, we give you about an hour tour.
Mm-hmm.
Throw you in the RV. I mean, the side by side with Sage and Mercedes, and we show you the whole park. Well, not all of it, but we show you as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
I've cut almost 9 miles of paths all
with
over
scissors.
this land right now. No, it's getting, and then we're in the process now of picking where we're going to build our homestead.
Yes.
Where on the property we're going to, because we want a little bit of privacy.
Yes. We're in a fishbowl.
This will become our home base. And then we still plan on RVing, guys. We love RVing. I can't wait to get back out west again. West is so cool. Utah, Sedona.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just love it.
We miss the traveling.
We miss the traveling big time, but that's the price we're paying to do this. And we feel that we've been being led in the right direction.
But I'm not going to hide it. Some days I'm like, I have an ounce of energy left and I need a cup full. Right. And somehow it keeps going. Somehow you just get enough of a lift. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting. Go to George Vance right there. We started talking about God, family, community, country, when we got here to Thunder Canyon, and we've taken a wallop.
Apparently those are not popular things to talk about.
Popular
and
things
that's all
to talk
he can
about.
talk about.
I wade into the politics because I just can't help it. And we get smacked. We get smacked, you guys.
We could have been like at 1 million subscribers.
No, not a million.
Not been.
Not a million.
We'd
be at 250, 300 though.
Easily, had we just played it safe and gone by the rules and like only talk about what you're allowed to talk about.
I mean, they deleted my Facebook and Instagram personally.
Yeah.
They kicked me out of there. So I think I'm on one of those lists.
And it's really funny because I feel
with half, and I think it's more than half of America.
I feel so sorry for whoever has to watch our shenanigans. Like, I'm sorry for you if it's your job to watch us. God bless you, because you have a horrible job.
God, family, country. That's right, Angie Mack.
Yeah. So
God will always provide, Gracie.
Yeah. So I think, Beth, we do need to get some time today. After this is over, I'm going to get some tater tots and then make some breakfast burritos. So maybe we can talk while I'm cooking. If you just want to hang out with me and talk, that would be cool.
I've got a surveyor coming in we're going to go out in the property. We're going to start looking at this place. This place is huge, but we need to get a survey done on it and going to get suggestions from him, good places to put a house.
Yeah, that's something that the frequent flyer miles, frequent survey files, just having that experience and looking at land and stuff like that, it's just definitely something that, this is funny. Kathy Isaac. I don't think John plays it. He doesn't know how to play it safe, which makes life very interesting because I'm like a nervous pervis trying to be as safe as possible. So we got Donna gave us a compliment yesterday saying that we are probably the best team that she's ever seen. Did you? Yeah.
That's a huge compliment.
That's a huge
and it just shows all of you the patience that my wife has. Because I really, most days, I don't believe I deserve the life that I have.
Yeah.
That's just the truth, guys.
I can relate to that.
She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's a great mom. She's my best friend.
Aww.
And I struggle, I struggle within myself because there's a 20-year difference here, guys. And I'm getting older and older.
Aww.
And so I worry about that kind of things. But Mercedes deserves better than me. And I believe that, I don't know. I'm grateful to have you in my life. And what were you thinking?
I don't know.
What were you thinking?
I ask myself that sometimes. Would you like me to be mean to you? Would that make you feel less guilty?
I don't think there's a mean bone in your body.
I say that jokingly. But seriously, though, I think we are a great team. And we got to focus. Here's what's going to get to us is if we focus on the negativity. You know, we got to focus on
I
where
do
we're going
believe-
and what we're doing.
I do believe that things are shifting, guys. It's been dark and evil, and God, the evil that's been going on in the world the last couple
If you
of
guys
years.
knew the behind the
But
scenes problems,
it seems like the light is starting to shine through. It looks like there's been a bit of a shift,
yep.
and that light is going to beat out the darkness, and so that gives me some hope.
What's the gray stuff on your chin? that's what Thunder Canyon does to you, okay? That's Thunder Canyon, okay? That's the reality of it.
One crazy thing is that I've lost 70 pounds since
Yeah.
I started RVing.
And he's not even
70
trying.
pounds.
It's you know,
I just
how-
don't have time to eat.
It's so,
I got stuff to do.
well, we all have that one basic life skill that we haven't learned, and John's basic life skill is how to take care of himself. Like he could, like he has the palate of a 12-year-old. You give him a can of Chef Boyardee at 10 o'clock at night, and he's happy with that. And I just don't understand. He could literally live off of
I've got a
can of
year's
Chef
worth of Chef Boyardee.
Yeah,
man.
all
That's what I grew up on.
365 cans.
Yeah.
That's all he needs is
That's
a
all
can
I
of Chef
need. I'll be
Boyardee.
fine.
So
Yeah.
every now and then he mixes it up and does the SpaghettiOs or the ravioli. But
The big question is, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
yep.
Are you ready for for big changes that are coming in the world this winter,
Oh yeah.
this fall? I think it's horrible what we're going to see happen in the world. So many people are going to pass this year, this
Mhm.
winter, from starvation.
Yeah. I agree.
So sad.
I agree with that. Thank you, Scott and Kathy.
Thank you. Yeah.
You don't want me to make you the breakfast burritos now. You'll have to when you're here.
Yeah, when you come in. And
You-
just so you guys know, we have mailed out hundreds and hundreds of our cards. Yeah, you get a membership card, but the girl who was doing them for us no longer is with us. And Mercedes and I,
She doesn't work for us anymore.
she doesn't work for us anymore,
Yeah.
and so we're a little bit behind, but we'll catch it up. And then if you come to Thunder Canyon, we'll print it for you when you're here.
Well, once
But
I learn how to print it, I don't even know how to do it. Don't commit to things that I can't. John's going to learn how to do the cards, and he's going to.
See you later, Donnie. Love you too, man. Love you too, brother.
John just voluntold himself for the cards. We'll bring them while you're here. It's like I don't know how. But yeah, and speaking of which, it is time for me to get some tater tots for the breakfast burritos because
yeah.
it gets the perfect potato crunch.
So I guess we're going to call an end to this.
Thank you guys so much.
We wish you a beautiful, relaxing, God-filled day this Sunday. May God bless you all. And thank you for the support, the love, and the prayers you send in our way. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.